What if I told you that oversharing is one of the biggest reasons people lose control over their lives? In today's world, we are constantly encouraged to share everything. Our thoughts, struggles, relationships, and even our goals are put on display. But the truth is, the more you reveal, the more power you give away. Some of the most disciplined and influential figures in history understood a key principle. Silence is strength. Not everything in your life should be public knowledge. Today, we are breaking down 5 things you must keep private if you want to protect your peace and gain control over your life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." And yet, every day, we willingly give away one of the most valuable things we possess: our personal information. We share our thoughts, plans, and struggles without thinking twice, not realizing how much power we are surrendering in the process. That is why today's lesson is so important. But before we begin, if you find this message valuable, consider liking this video. Your support helps spread these lessons to those who need them most. If you have not subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss any new videos. Also, if you find this video helpful, comment number 1 below. If you do not like it, comment number 0 to let me know how I can improve future videos. What is one of the easiest ways to lose momentum before you even start? Telling everyone your plans. Let us begin with the first thing you must keep private: your long-term plans. Have you ever noticed how people love to announce their goals, yet few actually achieve them? There is a reason for that. Talking about your plans gives you a false sense of accomplishment. The moment you say, "I am going to start a business," or "I have a big project coming up," your brain rewards you with a dopamine hit, making you feel like you have already taken action. But the Stoics believed in actions over words. Epictetus taught, "Do not explain your philosophy. Embody it." That means instead of telling people what you are going to do, just do it. Let your results speak for themselves. When you keep your ambitions private, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure. Publicly announcing your goals invites expectations, opinions, and even criticism from others. If you succeed, people will take credit for encouraging you. If you fail, they will remind you of what you promised. Either way, you give them power over your journey. Privacy gives you the space to focus without distractions. It allows you to make adjustments, experiment, and grow without outside interference. When you reveal your plans too soon, you risk losing momentum before you have even begun. So what should you do instead? Be selective. Only share your plans with people who are directly involved or those you truly trust. Everyone else will see the results when the time is right. The world does not need to know what you are working on. Let them see the outcome. Now, let us move on to the second thing you must keep private: your struggles and weaknesses. Life is not easy. Everyone faces hardships, whether financial, emotional, or personal. When times get tough, it is natural to seek support. But oversharing your struggles can make you vulnerable in ways you may not expect. Not everyone who listens to your problems wants to help. Some will judge you. Others will quietly enjoy seeing you struggle. And the worst kind? They will use your weaknesses against you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In other words, true resilience comes from within. Sharing your pain with the wrong people will not make you stronger. It will only expose you to unnecessary risks. This does not mean you should never seek help, but be selective. Choose your confidants wisely. Share your struggles only with those who genuinely care about your well-being and have your best interests at heart. These people could be close friends, family members, or trusted mentors. Think about it. When you openly share your fears, insecurities, or failures, what do you gain? Temporary sympathy. Superficial encouragement. Most of the time, these things do not truly help you. Instead, they keep you stuck in a cycle of external validation. True strength is built in silence. When you handle your struggles with discretion, you develop resilience, self-reliance, and inner confidence. So the next time you are tempted to broadcast your difficulties to the world, pause. Ask yourself, is this truly helping me, or am I just seeking validation? Now let us move on to the third thing you must keep private: your wealth and financial status. In today's world, people love to flaunt their success. Expensive vacations, luxury cars, designer clothes, all displayed for everyone to see. But what many do not realize is that broadcasting your wealth invites unnecessary problems. When you make your financial status public, you invite trouble. Envy, greed, and even manipulation are never far behind. People start to see you differently, not as a friend, not as a person, but as an opportunity. And before you know it, the relationships you once trusted begin to shift. Some people will treat you differently based on what they think you have. Others may try to take advantage of you, borrowing money or expecting favors. Seneca, one of the wealthiest Stoics, lived humbly despite his riches. He wrote, "Wealth is the slave of the wise. The master of the fool. Money should serve you, not control you. If your wealth becomes a tool for external validation, you are no longer in control of it." True financial freedom comes when people do not know your status. When no one knows how much you have, they cannot judge you, manipulate you, or expect anything from you. So what should you do instead? Keep your financial matters private. Avoid discussing your income, investments, or spending habits with people who do not need to know. Live simply, even if you have the means to do otherwise. Your wealth should be a source of security, not a tool for attention. The more people know about your financial status, the more vulnerable you become. Protect yourself by staying discreet. Now, let us move on to the fourth thing you must keep private: your relationships and personal life. Your relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendships, are sacred. Yet, many people today share intimate details about their personal lives without a second thought. They post about their partners, arguments, and private moments for the world to see. But the more you expose your relationships, the more fragile they become. When you share too much about your personal life, you invite unnecessary opinions and interference. Some people will judge your choices. Others will offer unsolicited advice. And in the worst cases, some may try to sabotage what you have. And the Stoics valued emotional control and detachment from external validation. Epictetus warned, "Avoid talking too much about yourself. If you indulge in endless talk, you will be mistaken for someone who talks too much." In other words, the more you reveal, the more you lose control over your own life. Healthy relationships grow in private. The strongest bonds are built away from the spotlight, without the influence of outsiders. Conflicts should be resolved between those involved, not played out in public. So what should you do instead? Keep your relationships off social media. Do not feel the need to prove your happiness to the world. Protect your personal life from gossip, judgment, and external influence by maintaining a level of privacy. The less the world knows about your relationships, the more peaceful and genuine they will be. Now, let us move on to the fifth and final thing you must keep private: your acts of kindness and generosity. In a world where people record their good deeds for social media approval, true generosity is becoming rare. Many do not give because it is the right thing to do. They give to be seen, to be praised, and to build an image. But the Stoics teach us that real kindness does not seek recognition. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Do not expect to be thanked." The reward for a good deed is in having done it. When you give with sincerity, you do not need validation. The moment you seek attention for your generosity, its purity is lost. Publicizing your good deeds changes their nature. Instead of being about the person you are helping, they become about you. The act becomes performance, and true generosity is never a performance. This does not mean you should never inspire others to do good, but leading by example is different from seeking admiration. If your kindness is real, people will notice without you having to announce it. So what should you do instead? Give in silence. Help because it aligns with your values, not because it boosts your reputation. Let your kindness be a reflection of your character, not a strategy for attention. True generosity needs no audience. If your kindness is real, it does not need applause. The greatest acts of kindness are the ones done in silence, expecting nothing in return. Now, let us summarize everything we have learned and talk about the power of discretion. We live in a world that encourages oversharing, but the Stoics teach us that discretion is power. The more you keep private, The more control you have over your mind, your life, and your destiny. Let us review the 5 things you must keep private. Your long-term plans should remain undisclosed so you can focus on execution without external pressure. Your struggles and weaknesses should be shared only with those who truly care about your well-being. Your financial status should remain a private matter to protect yourself from envy and manipulation. Your relationships should be shielded from unnecessary judgment and outside interference. And your acts of kindness should be done for their own sake, not for recognition. By practicing these Stoic principles, you will develop unshakable inner strength and true freedom. Now, I have a question for you. Which of these 5 things do you struggle to keep private? Let me know in the comments. If this video helped you, like it, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss new content. I will see you in the next one. Stay strong. Stay stoic.